You know that weird feeling, right? That sudden, unexpected jolt that catches you off guard? It's like your breath decided to take a mini vacation, leaving you with a strange sensation, and all you're left with is that funny hic sound. Yep, those are hiccups. They can be amusing, annoying, and sometimes even a bit embarrassing. But what's really going on in there? What causes this quirky phenomenon? Picture this. A big, strong muscle called the diaphragm hanging out below your lungs. It's like the unsung hero of your respiratory system. Its job is super important. It helps you breathe in and out all day long, tirelessly working to keep you alive. But sometimes this muscle gets irritated and starts to spasm. It could be due to eating too quickly, drinking carbonated beverages, or even sudden excitement. Kind of like when you get a Charlie horse, but instead of your leg cramping up, it's your diaphragm doing a little dance. This dance is involuntary and can be quite persistent. And guess what that dance sounds like? Hic! That unmistakable sound that can catch anyone's attention. These spasms make your vocal cords snap shut really fast, creating that distinctive noise. That's what creates that classic hiccup sound we all know. And let's be honest, sometimes find pretty hilarious. It's a sound that can break the ice in a room, especially when it happens to someone else. It's one of those little quirks of being human that we can all relate to and laugh about. So, what makes our diaphragms throw this little spasm party? Turns out a whole bunch of things. Ever scarf down a giant burrito like you're in a speed eating contest? Yeah, eating too fast is a one-way ticket to Hiccup City. And don't even get me started on carbonated drinks. Those bubbly beverages are basically begging for a hiccup showdown. Spicy foods? Yep, they can do it too. Basically, anything that irritates your stomach is like sending a text to your diaphragm that says, get ready to spasm. But it's not just about what you eat and drink. Sometimes even strong emotions can set off the hiccups. Think about it. Sudden excitement, stress, even a good belly laugh can trigger those hics. We've all been there, right? You're about to give a big presentation, and bam, hiccups attack. Or you're on a date trying to impress someone, and suddenly you sound like a human beatbox gone wrong. Talk about awkward. Remember that time I got the hiccups during my monologue on The Tonight Show? The Roots thought it was hilarious. Of course, they couldn't stop laughing long enough to play me off, but hey, that's live TV for you. The worst is when you try to hide it and it just gets worse. You're sitting in a quiet meeting trying to stifle those hiccups, but it sounds like a tiny frog is trapped in your throat. Yeah, those moments are the best. Not curing the hics from spoons full of sugar to upside down water. Over the years, people have come up with some pretty wacky ways to cure hiccups, like seriously wacky. You wouldn't believe the lengths people go to just to get rid of those annoying spasms. Ever heard of holding your breath for as long as you can? It's like a test of endurance, but for your lungs. Or how about the classic scare the hiccups out of you trick, you know, when someone jumps out from behind a corner to give you a good fright. Yeah, those are about as effective as trying to stop a sneeze by thinking about rainbows. It's a nice thought, but not very practical. Then there's the whole drinking water upside down thing. It's a bit of a circus act, really. I mean, points for creativity, right? It's like a fun party trick that everyone wants to try at least once. But let's be real, it's more likely to leave you soaked than hiccup-free. You might end up needing a change of clothes instead. Don't even get me started on swallowing a spoonful of sugar. It's like a scene straight out of a movie. Unless you're Mary Poppins, I don't see how that's gonna help. It's more likely to make you cringe than cure your hiccups. Here's the thing, most of these remedies are more about distracting yourself than actually stopping the hiccups. It's all about taking your mind off the hiccups. And sometimes that's all you need. A little distraction can go a long way in making those hiccups disappear. The power of distraction is real, people. So next time you have the hiccups, maybe try focusing on something fun instead. When hiccups hang around, time to call the doc? Okay, so we've established that hiccups are usually just a funny little annoyance. You know, those moments when you can't help but laugh at yourself or your friends because of that silly hic sound. But here's the thing, sometimes they can stick around longer than you'd like. We're not just talking about a few minutes here, we're talking hours, days, even weeks. Now that's just rude. Imagine trying to go about your daily routine with constant hiccups. It can be incredibly frustrating. If your hiccups are hanging around longer than 48 hours, it's probably a good idea to check in with your doctor. It's always better to be cautious. Same goes for if they're super painful or interfering with your daily life. Persistent hiccups can be more than just a nuisance. Like if you can't eat, sleep, or tell knock-knock jokes without a hic interrupting you, yeah, time to call in the professionals. It can really disrupt your normal activities. Most of the time, persistent hiccups are caused by something pretty minor, like acid reflux or certain medications. These are usually easy to manage with the right treatment, but in rare cases, they can be a sign of something more serious. It's important to rule out any underlying conditions. So, better safe than sorry, right? Consulting a doctor can give you peace of mind and help you get back to your hiccup-free life. Embrace the hic, it's all part of being human. At the end of the day, hiccups are just one of those weird, quirky things that make us human, like sneezing when you look at the sun or getting a song stuck in your head for days. They're annoying, sure, but they're also kind of hilarious. So the next time you get caught in a fit of hiccups, don't panic. Take a deep breath, or try to at least, have a good laugh at yourself and embrace the hic. It's all part of this crazy, beautiful thing called life.